Why does bread rise? Have you ever wondered why bread is soft, airy, and full of tiny holes? It's not just luck or magic, it's science. The key lies in an incredible process happening before your bread even touches the oven. Get ready to uncover the secret behind your favorite loaf. The magic starts with yeast, microscopic organisms that are alive. These tiny creatures are a type of fungus, and they love to eat sugar. When yeast consumes sugar, it produces carbon dioxide gas. This gas is what helps dough puff up and grow before baking. But where does the sugar come from? Even if you don't add sugar, flour contains starch, which yeast can break down to find its meal. These little guys really work hard to make your dough rise perfectly. When yeast feeds on sugar, a process called fermentation begins. This is where the science gets fascinating. Yeast converts the sugar into carbon dioxide and alcohol. Don't worry, the alcohol evaporates during baking, but the gas stays trapped in the dough, forming tiny bubbles. These bubbles are what give bread its spongy texture. The more bubbles, the fluffier the bread. It's like a delicious chemistry experiment happening right in your kitchen. Yeast loves warm environments. If your dough is too cold, the yeast will get lazy and your bread won't rise. If it's too hot, the yeast can die. This is why bakers carefully let dough proof in a cozy spot to give yeast time to do its job. Patience is key. The yeast needs time to grow and release gas. The more it ferments, the more flavor and fluff you'll get. So while it may take a little waiting, the reward is deliciously worth it. Once your dough has risen, baking takes it to the next level. The heat causes the bubbles of trapped gas to expand even more, making the bread rise further. Eventually, the yeast dies in the heat, and the bread sets with its wonderfully soft texture. As the bread bakes, it also develops that irresistible golden crust. It's all thanks to a reaction called the Maillard reaction, which gives bread its rich flavor and appetizing look. Science really does make everything tastier. It's incredible to think that something as simple as bread relies on such complex science. Tiny yeast cells, chemical reactions, and a little warmth join forces to create a delicious transformation. Now, every time you see or eat bread, you know the secret behind its rise and fluff. Now that you know the science, why not try baking your own bread? Experiment with dough and watch yeast in action. Observe how it rises and turns into something delicious. Share your results, and who knows? You might just discover a new love for both baking and science.